Who are you then?
Prakash Bhavan, engineer cadet.
He seems to know what he's doing anyway. He'd be wanting the captains now.
Follow me, wait. We just wait.
Yeah, well, I tell you what, you check it. Because I tell you, tomorrow is just not an option. Yeah, nothing until tomorrow. Yes.
Prakash Bhavan, engineer cadet. I was told to report on board.
Right, well, welcome aboard. I'm Captain Surnham, Mr. Callum, first officer. Yeah, no! No, I said no. Look, we are supposed to be sailing. Yeah, will you do that? Ship's joining instructions, make sure you read them. Look, sort them out, will you? We're never going underway at this rate. Show him to his cabin, then get him down to the engine room straight away. Ship's under enough pressure as it is.
Follow me.
Yeah. Yeah, and I am telling you that that is just not good enough.
Well, this seems to be a pretty thorough piece of work. Good morning. Good morning. Hugh Sinclair, Chief Executive. Karen Manners, my Fleet Safety Officer. Captain Surnham, you've already met.
Captain.
This is yours.
Thank you, Jim.
There you go. I'll leave you to it.
Facts of the matter, insofar as they are agreed between all parties, appear in some detail in the report that you have before you. I take it you all have the opportunity to study both parts of the report.
Yes.
Good. The
You're the new cadet.
loss of the young cadet's life makes
Get your
this
skates on. Chief wants you right away.
a pretty harrowing experience. Prakash Bhavan was 19. The MV Caruso was his first ship. The impression on board the ship, at least, gentlemen, was that Prakash Bhavan had been fiddling with the fuel system in some way, that his inexperience was directly responsible for the fire, and therefore he was indirectly responsible. Is that accurate?
Yes.
One of the auxiliary engines. There is no evidence that engineer cadet Bhavan had been fiddling with the fuel mechanism as reported in good faith by those who think they saw what happened. Tests detailed here in the report show that the integrity of the join is breached. If you give a bit of carefulness to it, Manners, you can see it with the naked eye. Under pressure, something in the region of 1400 psi, heated fuel seeped from this tubing and mist will drop.
I mean, that vapor hit the first hot surface.
It ignited. Precisely. If you are looking for that is nonsense. I won't tell you. There was another fire. Very small. In the engine, map. Was reported along you placed the map. Indeed you did. And you put the fire extinguisher back in its usual place. That, next time, gentlemen, was emergency.
Yeah, who's that?
Fire was extinguished. Even so,
What? Look, calm down. Who is that?
contained a extinguisher. Fire extinguisher.
Where's the chief?
Oh my God, no, the chief is bad, man, he's horribly
Few
bad!
months since
It's
the
everybody
first
out.
fire,
Oh God,
the
oh
gas
God!
propellant in the partly used fire extinguisher.
What do you mean he's not there? Joe, get him out! Just get him out!
Because nobody checked. And no one checked because no one person, no one system told you.
The responsibility of the crew in the engine room, the chief
These are
engineer.
photocopying of qualified personnel for the last 16 Safety of Life at Sea Convention requires that fire extinguishers are checked by qualified personnel all of us every 12
Prakash
months.
Bhavan was certified dead at the scene. Captain Surnham.
We do know
Yeah, my officers know that I hold them responsible for the efficient running and the organisation of their departments. Naturally, I assumed that they would carry out
Henderson
checks and
re-investigations.
If it is true that this fire
In this
extinguisher...
company,
Oh,
Captain
yes.
Surnham,
Company
I'd like to
PNI.
think we stick with tradition.
How can I help you?
That means this, that the ultimate safety and efficiency
It's on
of
the
any
news,
of our
isn't it?
vessels lies with
Yeah.
one man, the captain.
Right,
Captains are in charge of ships, Captain
you'd
Surnham.
better give me the details.
Not first officers or chief engineers. Caruso was your responsibility. Go on, Dr. Henderson.
The chief engineer of the MV Caruso is Harry Newcastle, well respected. Highly experienced chief engineer with 25 years sea time under his belt.
Captain
It
aboard.
seemed most unlikely
Who wants
that such
him?
potential
Jan
danger as
Henderson.
a corroded fuel
come about the
pipe
fire?
pass unnoticed by such a man.
Captain on board, is he?
Checked.
Yeah, try his day, Captain.
You're all familiar, I take it, with...
It's his own fault, you know.
445, a notification
What?
of fault form.
What was whose fault?
Issued by Blue Wave Marine
fire.
for the replacement
bloke who
of
died.
worn or damaged mechanical...
It's his own bloody fault.
Yes, well, I'm afraid we
Shouldn't have been
received no
meddling.
such request, not from the Caruso. I know, since I've checked the record since the fire.
weeks to lose it. We're
Captain Surnham, April the 3rd.
Jan
Henderson,
6
weeks
from the
Marine
before the
Insurance.
fire.
Harry Newcastle,
Well, pleased to meet you. Mr. Callow, my first officer.
Your office
we'll
never
finish this
received the notification of fault form.
Well, I'll take
A
a
simple
sequence.
reason. It was never sent. It never left. Busy time just now.
Busy. The phones, the fax, the telex, they never
Somewhere
stop.
between
Head office
Harry
wants all the
Newcastle's
answers by
organised
yesterday.
filing system and the head office of Blue Wave Marine.
So, along with
this
all this
particular
tape,
form,
your
this
investigation.
A445.
Suppose we
goes
start
missing.
with the basics. Tell me what happened. The sequence of events. We'll take it
You
from
think
there.
I feel nothing for this young
The
man?
timings?
This boy who dies on my ship.
You'll find they're all in there.
Thanks.
Aboard my ship. With your theories and your little box of tools and your scientific way of doing things, but what you are really looking for is a scapegoat.
Getting
Someone to
away.
blame, someone to take the
We had
pressure
one or two
off.
technical problems with the secondary radar on the last trip. I wanted to
Real
assure
pressure?
myself
Well, I'll
the
tell you.
repairs authorized by
He's
head
trying
office
to remember
were
1,000
carried out.
things at once.
Mr. Callow, my first
100
officer,
new
was
laws,
with me.
protocols, instructions, working in an industry that wants... No, demands.
We were on springs.
Faster
I wanted
turnarounds, greater
1250.
efficiency from people whose level of training,
Shortly
whose
after 11.
knowledge is going down.
Captain!
All this round this table, the pressures of lights. There's not people, there's not time, there's not money. The last 20 or 30 years, the job has changed under all recognition. That's the same for most businesses today. Except for one thing. Sea. It's the sea that makes the difference. On our ships, in our offices, there has to be a positive culture of safety. And that has to be there all the time. In everything we do.
Yeah. The captain said you wanted to speak to me.
Yeah, that's right. Where did you find Cadet
We experience
Over there.
most accidents.
We found
Violent
Barland here.
disasters
Down here.
rarely have a single catastrophic cause.
How was he
Rather,
lying?
it's the
On his side.
accumulation of little errors,
Was he wearing a respirator?
bad practice,
No, he wasn't. Are you sure?
of shortcuts
Oh,
taken
positive. Hey,
to save time and money.
that's all. That's all you want to know. I know.
Ships that don't keep proper records.
That's all.
They don't record everything they do, every single check, every single survey, every single drill. Ships that leave things to chance, to memory. Those are the ships that experience shows are heading for disaster. 3 men died. 3 men. There's one of them who got to check the first name on his tiny island. That was the first investigation I ever conducted. It's doing this information ever. It's not a witness. To tragedy. It's the wrong shoes in the galley, the oil on the deck, the gear not properly stowed, the fire extinguisher used once and never checked. Cut them out of the picture. disaster stays away. Northern and sooner or later, sooner. Prakash Babu's ship's articles, unsigned. With no formal system of introduction, no orientation, Cadet Barber went on duty without the slightest chance to familiarize himself with his ship. Barber was completely disoriented. He thought he was heading for safety. But he wasn't. The price. The cost of an absence of a culture of safety, where everything is planned and recorded, cost Prakash Bavan his life.
When's the inquest?
Next Wednesday at 10 o'clock. This concludes notes taken on Engineer Cadet Prakash Bavan, 19 of New Close, Humberside.
What the hell do you think you're playing at?
I told you, I need to check your
accidents rarely have a single cause.
It's after midnight, or I kill the
They start
torch,
with the little
okay?
things, the small things. Is there a culture of safety on your ship? Are you part of it? You should be. It could save your life.
What are you after?
A picture of how you do things on the ship. You're up for ISM orders, so...
What are you?
The cadet who died.
Father.
There's no record here of him having signed the ship's articles. When did he join?
Came aboard the morning of the 16th.
The same day as the fire. But there's no record of him having signed the ship's articles.
There should be. He had his joining instructions. I gave them to him
Did he
myself
read
as soon as
them?
he came
Did
on
he see
board.
them?
As far as I know, I was busy. I remember I handed him on to Mr. Callow, the first officer.
And the fire was first reported at 11:37.
If that's what it says in the log.
Okay. Let's move on. Tell me about fire drills.
Every month. Roughly. Depends on the workload. We're understaffed as it is.
According to this, you haven't exercised the crew in fire drills for 8 or 9 weeks.
What? No, that can't be right.
Well, it's there. Read it yourself.
It's a mistake, that's all. That somebody just forgot to
Someone
fill
just
in the...
forgot. Solus requires ships to exercise fire drills in
God,
3
don't you
different
lecture me on
scenarios.
ship's
On
regulations.
deck, in the accommodation.
Yes, a fire in the engine room. I do know the Solus requirement, Dr. Henderson.
I'm sure you do, Captain. So tell me, how often do you exercise fire drills in the engine room?
The last one
Was
was...
5 months ago. I know. I've seen the file. Now that was the same watch as the cadet who died, am I right?
Yeah.
So you met him, you say you met him when he came on board.
I don't know, it's on the other side.
You're on the other side. Tell me your full name, Mr. Turvey.
Paul Patrick Turvey,
How old are you?
28.
And how long have you been second engineer?
2 or 3 years, something like that.
Mm-hmm. And on this ship?
8 or 9 months.
Tell me about the chief engineer, Harry Newcastle.
How is he?
Badly burned. He won't be looking after engines for a while, that's for sure.
Is he going to be okay? Is he going to pull through like?
Hospital said that they were cautiously optimistic. I think that was the phrase they used.
Jesus. Sorry, yeah. What did you want to know?
How did you get on with him? I mean, you were his number two.
Oh, well enough, like. I mean, we weren't exactly mates, like, but, you know, we got on okay.
Mm.
He was old school, like.
Old school?
We did things by the book. You know, a bit of a stickler for detail. Didn't take any jip from the youngsters either.
Mm. Did you ever give him any jip?
Yeah, I did once. Only once, mind. We got on okay after that, you know. Had a sort of understanding.
Yeah. So you rate him as a chief engineer?
Yeah, I rate him. But what is all this? The bloke's in hospital, right?
Why?
Why?
Why do you rate him?
Why? Because he knows his engines, that's why. He
Yep.
knows them like the back of his hand.
Yet there was a fire.
Yeah, there was a fire. Shit happens.
What do you mean by that?
I mean, fires happen. There's not a ship I've been on where there hasn't been a fire of one sort or another sometime. I mean, you've got oil, you've got heat, you've got electric, you've got fuel under pressure. Shit happens. Fires happen.
Tell me about the procedures for indenting for spares, replacement parts.
Well, the chief takes care of all that sort of stuff.
Yeah, but you must have noticed things, brought them to his attention.
Sometimes, like, yeah, so.
So tell me about them. About the procedures. The systems in place for getting replacements, for communication between the ship and head office. Thank you. That'll be all.